Happy Tuesday evening, everybody. I went live around this time last week and I really enjoyed it. And so I thought I would do it again. No real, super particular reason. Um, but I just enjoy talking with you guys, live and in person, because I feel like it gives everyone maybe a better representation of who I am. And this is a way that I can just talk with you guys and say hi, and just give you kind of a real-time update, because when I edit videos, I'm not editing what I did that day and then posting it that night. And so there's a little bit of a lag in when videos come out. And so this kind of gives you a real-time view of what is actually going on. So Grant will be joining us in a little bit. He's just running an errand out to the field. But we have been so busy working on pivots and doing in the field stuff. We've had no time in the shop. So the combine has been actually in the shop for several weeks now, but we haven't really done anything with it. So all the snoots are up and we've kind of given it a little bit of a look over. But we just got some parts for it, things that we needed to do some maintenance. And we are going to be working on that probably this week. And then I also wanted to give you guys a little kitten update, because I'll grab one and bring it in. But they are so cute. They just opened their eyes maybe yesterday, and they're still in a box, but they're just venturing out. I don't know. It's really cute. So I'm just going to read some of the questions. How old were you when you started farming? I guess I was 18 when I started, about to turn 19, but I was 18 when I started working on the paperwork to get my loan when I started farming. When do we shut pivots off for the year? So soon. Today, I filmed it, but it won't come out today. We started pivots around for hopefully their last circle. So we're getting there, but the corn still needs a little bit more water. The soybeans still need a little bit more water. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And yeah, I'll definitely show the preparation of the combine. I'm seeing a lot of questions about my neighbor who had the big shop fire. So his shop, bigger than this one, and with all of his equipment in it burned up, if you haven't seen that video. And he is doing, honestly, really well. I chat with him every once in a while, and Farm Rescue is going to be coming out and helping him with soybean harvest at the very least this fall. And I know from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for all of the donations that you made to the GoFundMe. You guys are so insanely generous, kind of blows my mind. And Mike and his family were just completely blown away, unexpected, and appreciate that more than you guys know. Let's see here. Sticker Bunch is still around. We just moved it into a different part of the shop, because where it was, I'll show you. So Sticker Bench used to be right here, but we replaced it with a tool bench. So Grant has been out here doing some shop cleanup. Let's see here. Most people around us do have pivot irrigation. I would love to get a dog someday, but for right now, I think a cat is all I can handle. Grant and I are on the run a lot, and when I get a dog, I want to be able to show it the most love and appreciation. Cats are, I feel a little bit more independent, and Pepper can totally handle herself on her own, which I do appreciate. The corn is starting to turn colors. You can see it. It is not this I guess this is a bad color example. It's not that deep color green anymore. It's definitely starting to turn kind of yellowish. What kind of Polaris? We have 2 Polaris machines. So one you can see out there. This is our razor. Can be used for work, but is definitely more of the fun rig. It's a 2020 razor. And then we also have I think it's a 2021 Ranger 1000, but has a cab on it, and I really like that. Let's see here. We are located in Nebraska, which a lot of people don't know, actually. So I feel like maybe I should mention that more. What determines the start of harvest? The crops. And so it's been really hot and dry. So it might happen a little bit sooner this year, but we're still probably like 2 weeks out. I'll be at Husker Harvest Days, and that's not this week, that's next week. And harvest usually starts a little bit after that. I do not have any cows anymore. I sold them. I think I had 10 or 12, and I sold them in December of last year when my dad sold all of his cows. That was when I farmed with my dad. But if you missed that video, I don't farm with him anymore, which was the plan from when I very started beginning farming. And I farm with Grant now. Let's see here. Ooh, okay, here's a question. How much are you using precision ag? So we use precision planting technology in our planter, and then we line those planting maps up with what we see in the combine cab. NDVI, I do not know what that is. Dad is doing really well. He is thriving, and he is posting on his YouTube channel, Lead Farms, which I'll put in the chat so you can search it up. Lead Farms is my dad's channel. So if you want to catch up with him, you can subscribe to that. Okay, this is a good question. Your corn goes to ethanol production. Would the ears taste good if you roasted them, or is it just field corn? So I actually talked about this in the YouTube video that I explained. The corn that you guys eat, like by the grocery store or at a farmer's market, that kind of thing, is sweet corn. That's a very specific variety. It is meant for human consumption. It like tastes really good. What we grow, I don't think it would taste very good. We also grow it to like full maturity. So the kernels are like really hard when we harvest them. Same with the beans. And sweet corn is obviously harvested a lot earlier in the season, and it's really young and like juicy and crispy. I guess I've never tried roasting field corn, but I don't think it's not grown with human consumption in mind. So I don't know if it would taste very good. As far as our operation split, corn versus beans, this year we have a lot more corn. It's just how it worked out. We do a rotation, like we switch back between like a couple years of corn, beans, couple years of corn, beans, that kind of thing. Does my mom still deliver lunch to the field while I'm harvesting, or do I have to prepare it by myself? Both my mother and my mother-in-law are very generous with their time and do bring out lunch or dinner sometimes. But I also do a lot of dinner and lunch preparation myself. Let's see here. Did you ever figure out what happened to your other cat? Nope. I had Scotty for less than a year. He was the best cat I've ever experienced in my whole life. He went missing in May, and he has not returned to me. So I'm still holding out hope, because I have heard stories of cats that go missing for up to a year, 2 years, and they just come back. So I'm kind of holding out hope, but we'll see. I love Pepper. She is wonderful, but she's not quite like Scotty. Do we cultivate? Yes, we cultivate and we hill. If I wasn't farming, what would I be doing? I do really enjoy working outside, but I feel like I'm a great people person, and I feel like I'd make a really good real estate agent. I was thinking about that. Does the shop have AC? Nope. We've got the door open and we have the fans going. It was kind of cool-ish today, but it was super, super windy. It was crazy. The shop robot vacuum is working out really well. It's parked right there, and the batteries are charging next to me right now. That's a really good t-shirt idea, actually. The comment says, I need a t-shirt that says, I've watched 6 episodes of Laura Farms and now I'm a farmer. I like that. Grandpa is doing okay. So when I farmed with my dad, I talked a lot about my grandpa, and I still do. Grandpa Kurt was diagnosed with mesothelioma, and then had crazy lung surgery that did not go well. I think it was like a 15-hour surgery, and he was in the hospital for a really long time. He had, just like crazy ventilator stuff, whatever. And so still has cancer, and he is not doing as good as when I was like younger, like before he had lung cancer. Obviously, like he's not 100% health, but I think all things considered, he's doing just about as good as he possibly could, if that makes sense. Greetings from the Netherlands. Love your channel. I think it is so crazy how the internet can connect people from all across the world. Like, I am just a girl in Nebraska and I get to chat with people all across the world. That is just crazy. Let's see here. Do we get lots of snow in the winter? Depends on the year. I wouldn't say like a lot of snow, not like Minnesota. It just depends on, I don't know. We don't get like a ton of snow. Enough to snowmobile a few days in the ditches, but not like a ton. Let's see here. If you had a garden, I think you could definitely consider yourself a farmer. Honestly, I have not been a very good gardener this year. It has been neglected. I've gotten a good harvest of tomatoes and onions and some peppers, but I've kind of let it go. I think some of my tomatoes are rotting. That's my fault. Honestly, you guys are probably better gardeners than I am. Let's see here. Did Grant wash the bobcat after mudding with it? I don't think so. I don't think we've washed anything in kind of a while. And if it wasn't so windy today, I probably would have done that. But it was just too windy to be outside power washing. Let's see here. What else? Any plans to go to Arizona? Probably not in the near future. Do I watch any farming YouTube channels? Ironically, I watched a few videos today. But I think not as much because we're all like kind of friends. I don't know if you guys know this. I guess nobody really talks about this, but I would say I'm like at least good acquaintances with everybody on farming YouTube, like Cole the Corn Star, all the Welker Farms guys, Peterson Farm Brothers. I just met them for the first time at Farm Progress Show. All the Larson Farms people, Millennial Farmer. I feel like I'm missing a lot, but like we talk, and when we meet up at farm shows, I don't know, we all have a lot in common because even though we're in different parts of the United States, we're all farmers and we all film what we do and put it on social media channels. And so I feel like we have a lot in common. So it's really easy to be friends with them. And so I do watch their videos every once in a while to keep up with what they are doing. Let's see here. Have I ever been to New York? Yeah, I've been to New York City and upstate New York. I've actually been to a lot of states. It's my goal to visit all 50 states, but I have been to a lot of them. In fact, I have a list of them, and I will read off the states that I have been to. I've been to Arizona, Arkansas, California, Connecticut. I haven't been to Connecticut. I've been to Colorado. I've been to Florida. I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Illinois. I've been to Indiana. I've been to Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska. Obviously, I live here. New York, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. And then I've also been to Canada and to Germany. Those are the only 2 out-of-country places that I've been. So maybe I named off your state. No, Ohio, can't blame you. I don't know. There's a lot of states that I want to visit, but I feel like I need a reason to visit, right? Like, I want to go do like a farm tour there. Like when I was in Texas, I went and visited 2 different cotton farms during harvest, and that was super, super cool. I would really like to make it down to Brazil or Argentina, somewhere in South America, and do some filming there because I know there's some really cool agricultural operations there. I know that's like the natural thing to ask, but I would really prefer people don't ask when I'm going to have kids. It honestly makes me kind of uncomfortable. So, no offense if you've asked that, but that is just kind of me and Grant's business and nobody else's. I would really like to go to Oregon and Idaho. I heard those states are really, really beautiful. Yes, I have a Bible by my nightstand and I am a Christian. I feel like maybe I don't talk about that enough, but my faith is something that's really important to me. Let's see here. I'm also really young. I don't know if you guys know that, but I like just turned 22. Like in my mind, I am still a baby. I'm still like a very young child in my mind. I do really, really enjoy working with Bunker Branding. I talked with them for a long time before I started doing merchandise with them. I think we started talking maybe last year sometime. And I really, really wanted to get to know the people before I worked with them. And they are awesome. The whole team out of Bunker Branding is great. Is it true roosters lay eggs as big as beer kegs way out in West Nebraska? You know, I don't spend a lot of time in West Nebraska. I don't know if you know. So the state of Nebraska is like here. I live in the central Nebraska right here. And then eastern Nebraska is like where Lincoln and where Omaha is. Those are the two big cities. And then there's like kind of a lot of stuff in the central and eastern part. And west is like the wild west of Nebraska. There's sandhills out there, a lot of very small town. That's where more like the ranching area is. And I do not spend a ton of time out of there. Let's see here. Have you ever been to a hockey game? Yeah, I've watched the Washington Capitals a couple times, and hockey games are so much fun. I love the energy of the crowd. I'm not a huge sports fan, though. I don't know. Please hit the like button, all to help channel grow. Do you have your own YouTube channel? I really enjoy hearing about you guys having YouTube channels. I was talking to some kids that had some YouTube channels at the Farm Progress Show, and they were walking around and filming, and I think that's so fun. I was telling them that like the YouTube space is not overcrowded or oversaturated, and there's always room for other people because everyone's journeys, especially in agriculture, are completely different. And so if you have even like the slightest inkling that you would like to start a YouTube channel, I highly encourage it because I have so much fun doing it. And I am very lucky to have been born into a farming family. Let's see here. What else? I get a lot of comments from people who would really like to start farming. And because I'm a 5th generation farmer and Grant is a 6th generation farmer, I feel like I don't have a lot of great advice for that. I hear Grant. But there is somebody I know. His name is Gavin Spoor. He does a lot of stuff on TikTok. I think he's posted some YouTube videos, but he's like a true 1st generation farmer and he has a lot of really great advice. He grows popcorn. Let's see here. Never been to Louisiana. No, everyone is still pretty much a diehard Cornhusker fan. I haven't given up hope. Like I said about the hockey games, the energy at the games are really fun, but I don't know if we'll ever be good again. Here's Grant.
Hello.
How's it going, Grant?
Good.
I'm just doing a little chit chat. I was telling him about all the states that I've been to. Oh my goodness.
What?
New sticker edition.
Oh, yeah. That sticker's been just laying around for years, and I figure might as well put it on the sticker window. So, do you guys remember the sticker booth?
Okay, that's so funny. So I actually had a lot of questions about that.
Really?
Yeah. For the first, it's just really weird that you mentioned that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
so the sticker booth got replaced
with a sticker window. Yeah, so I showed him. Well, I showed him this.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we used to have the sticker booth, right? You guys sent us a lot of really cool stickers. We filled the bench up completely, very easily, and so now we moved on to this. And I just noticed that Grant put on the Aurora Farm sticker. I think that looks really nice.
These were all leftover sticker booth stickers that you guys sent me, but they were just like, I wanted all the ones that are this size, so it looked like a race shop or something. It's not a race shop, but it looks cool.
I guess we have the car lift in here. That's kind of race shoppy, you know. I was telling him that we haven't had a ton of time to really go through the combine yet, but
no, that is the pile of parts. That's this week's project.
Yeah. So, and I have been to Hawaii. Let's see here. What else? Grant, what do you eat for breakfast?
So lately I've been on a peanut butter and jelly kick. My mom makes black raspberry jelly. 1 second.
You better take that.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Grant gets more phone calls than maybe anybody I knew. Lots of questions about an X9 demo. I don't know if it's right for our operation. I don't know if we farm enough acres to justify having a combine that big. When I first, probably 6 months into my YouTube channel, I was able to go out. It is truly all about who you know, because I had a friend whose dad worked at an acres dealership, and that's like a local John Deere dealership around us. And I actually got to test out a pre-production X9 and pre-production 8RX, and that was really, really cool. Let's see here. Typical workday. The question was, how long is a typical workday? And the answer is, there is 0 typical days in farming. I mean, there's definitely seasons, but every single day is so different. And I still buy a planner every year. I don't know why I keep doing that, because there's no schedule. Every day is completely go with the flow, which used to kind of freak me out because I'm a pretty organized, analytical, straightforward, scheduled person. But you really just have to wake up and roll with the punches. Where did you work while going to UNL? I thought maybe Juice Stop. You look familiar. No, I've never worked at Juice Stop. I had a job in college. I worked actually. So I was very, very poor in college, like very, very, very poor. And I got a job at a local school, and I helped run like an after school program for kids. And I got paid $8.50 an hour starting, and then I got a raise and I got paid $9 an hour. And yeah, then I couldn't afford to go to the university to finish out my degree, because I knew I was going to be taking on debt when I started farming, and I didn't want to have student loans on top of that. And so I finished out my degree at community college, and a lot of you guys watched me like wrestle with that decision in real time, which I really appreciate. So I did not work at Juice Stop, but I did go to Juice Stop. I love smoothies. Who watches the farm while you're away? So if you've seen him in videos, his name is Gage. He's a high school kid from the area. We've known him for a long time now, but he started helping us out last harvest, and he just kind of kept coming back. So we've kind of had him on staff from now on. Both Grant and I have siblings. I have 4 siblings, and he has 3 siblings. And Gage is really good with machines. He's a great person to have around. It's really nice to have an extra set of hands. We just so happen to film when he messes up because we think it's kind of funny. And he does too. We film with his permission. Yeah. Let's see here. Next big farm purchase. Grant and I were talking about this. So this year was really, really a big year. We bought that semi-truck and the semi-trailer, and we bought a pivot, and we bought, I guess the tractor we bought last year. But we've made a lot of really big purchases lately, so I don't think there's really, we bought the skid steer. I don't think there's anything really big in the works. But, okay, so I don't know if you can see the fuel trailer. Here, I've had the fuel trailer for over a year now. And they're going to be taking this back, and I think my dad is going to get it, and I'm going to get a new one with upgraded graphics and some different drawers, and Stellar has it all worked out. But that should be upcoming, which is pretty exciting. Let's see here.
Back.
You're back? Anything important?
No, not really.
Okay, can you give us a quick, a lot of people asking about weather lately, snow in the wintertime. What snowmobiles do you still have? And do you plan on going anywhere to ride them or to rent them anytime soon?
The snowmobiles I have, it's like a 2001 and 2002 Skidoo 800 and 700. Like, they're pretty nice, but for as much trouble as it would be to transport them somewhere and then have them probably break down, I would just rent one. Or, I don't know, this is probably the year I should buy one.
Well, so that's the other thing they were asking, was what big farm purchases are coming up. Oh. And I was telling them that we made a lot of big farm purchases.
Honestly, recently. Another corn head. Not another one. A 16-row corn head. That's probably next on the list. 16-row corn head. Actually, I was looking on Big Iron today. There's some new power units. Well, used ones like the one we went and picked up in Kansas, if you watched that video.
That was the first thing we ever did with my pickup truck.
Yeah, there's 2 down in Kansas. Might go pick up those, but honestly, as far as tractors and equipment goes, probably not much. If I find a exact emerge 16 rope mounted planter, I might look into that, but to upgrade our planter. But
there was a lot of questions about the X9 and getting one of those, but I was saying I don't know if we can justify buying one of those.
So right now we have a hard time keeping up with this one. So this is like, so here's the X9, and then here's the 790, and then here's our 780. Like it's just like it's almost the top of the range, but I mean, with the way our harvest works and how slow our co-ops and our grain system is, like this is all we can really do. This thing gets
even
stopped.
just labor trucks, grain carts.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
we have enough grain carts for an X9, but just not enough trucks. Well, I guess we bought another one this year, but it still wouldn't be enough. This thing can run a 16-row chopping corn head at 4.5 miles an hour just fine, and that's all the faster we need to go.
Any faster than that, I feel like you start getting into breaking stuff territory. Do we deal with a lot of tornadoes? We deal with crazy wind it feels like every single day. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah. Whatever happened to the dirt bike riding? Man, that is a great question.
Track's looking a little overgrown.
Yeah, track is looking a little bit over. Oh wow, look at that. You can see behind us a little bit. That's a wobbly box.
Yeah.
So I still have my dirt bike. I guess I still have it. The 400 used to be mine, but I feel like that's kind of migrated to the friend bike. Honestly, what didn't kill the dirt bike riding, but what definitely slowed it down is that thing. I really enjoy dirt bike riding because I like looking at pretty flowers and scenery. And let me tell you, I think that might be why I fell so much on my dirt bike. It is so much easier to look at flowers and scenery in the Razor. Grant still loves his dirt bike though.
I still ride it. You guys just don't see anything.
Oh my goodness. Let's see here. What kind of music do you listen to? I do listen to a lot of country. Grant is wheeling and trying to show off for you guys. I listen to a lot of country, and I listen to pop and like your typical girl music. Like I like Taylor Swift a lot. But honestly, I listen to a lot of big booty mixes. If you haven't heard of those, you need to check those out. Let's see here. So besides the dirt bike, this is what Grant really likes. And I'm sure he would be more than willing to give you all the specs on it. Grant, what is that thing?
So it's a 2017 Ducati Scrambler. Pretty cool. So many of you guys might have known I had an older 2008 WR450 that had supermoto tires on it. I sold that, and then I bought this with that money. So it's a little more highway friendly, gravel road friendly.
I think it's pretty cool. I like that it has a bigger seat on it. So it's not like the most comfortable thing to ride, but like if we go into town to get like ice cream or a Diet Coke or something, yeah, I can ride on the back of it, which I really like.
It was honestly really cheap too. I got a good price out of that supermoto, and it's got a lot of miles on it, but for what we use it for, it's great.
I get this question probably every video that I do, but I do all of my filming on my iPhone here. Grant helps out too. We've got the 14, I think they're the Pro Maxes. They're the big old ridiculous ones, like literally the size of my head. I mean, it's kind of silly, but they film in 4K and they do a really nice job. And then as far as editing software, I just have a MacBook and I edit everything on iMovie. So yeah, let's see here. You guys met Millennial Farmer. Yes, Zach Johnson. I know him. I was just talking about how all of us in like kind of the farming YouTube space are kind of friends, or at least really good acquaintances, which is really fun.
At least us in the Midwest. I feel like there's a lot of people on the East Coast, like the New York, Pennsylvania area, and we don't really know. Like we know New York farm girls, but
I think there's a lot of California farmers too.
Yeah. So if you're like the guys in the middle, like Yeah, hi, we know you. The guys on the edges, we don't go to the coast very often.
Any plans for celebrating 500,000 subscribers? I have to get there first.
Oh yeah.
But yes, I'm sure we'll do something.
Should I just go out for dinner or something?
We'll probably go out to like Texas Roadhouse or something like that.
We love Texas Roadhouse.
We do love Texas Roadhouse.
Ice cream flavor, cookies and cream for sure.
Let's see here. I'm the guy with 18 cats. If Grant let me keep all the kittens.
Right now we have 6.
Right now we have 6 cats, which is more cats than either of us ever thought that we would have. So yeah. Would you guys use a crop duster? Grant and I were just talking about
how fly one.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be kind of scared to own a plane. I would maybe consider getting my license, but we have a great crop duster and aerial applicator in the area, so it's just kind of easier to
and they
use
cost like $1 million. So
yeah, they're also really expensive. So yeah, yeah, we'll be at Husker Harvest Days. So if you guys are planning on being there, we'll be there and we can say hi. Let's see here. Watch out. He might just ride that thing all night. Let's see here. This is the corner of the shop that's dedicated to the toys. So we have the dirt bags and then we have our kayaks. Because Grant and I do not get enough outside time farming all day. We just have to do a lot of outdoor activities for fun as well. And we also really do enjoy skiing. I saw somebody comment about that. We don't get a ton of snow here, but we like to go places with lots of snow, and Grant and I both ski. How about putting out a blooper reel? I feel like I include at least the mess ups that I get on camera. I don't have like a continuous rolling footage.
I wish we had a camera following us around and someone to edit that footage, but
oh my goodness. When we were at Farm Progress Show, there were people there filming like a professional advertisement for, I think it was for Case. And I mean, the guys had like the, you know, like the big old, like these cameras. And I was like, you should just come home with me. And you know, I was kind of joking about that. And then he let me hold the camera. Those things are heavy. It is a way easier to film with one of these, but it also means that we can't always have just like continuous rolling film. But yeah, come to Salt Lake for skiing. We've been to Utah. We took the Razor to Moab, but I would definitely spend some more time there. I'll read a couple more questions, and then it is 8 p.m. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Have you?
No.
Kind of hungry a little bit.
What else is going on in the shop? Anything?
I don't know. Should we do like maybe just a quick shop walk around? Would you guys be interested in that? Let's see what we have going on here. Okay, so obviously, like I was saying, we have the combine right behind us with the corn head on it. So you can see we've got some assorted tools, and there's kind of the parts pile over there. So we just need to go through it, check the gearboxes, probably look over the chains, just kind of give everything a general look over. A new addition this year was the car lift, and we have had plenty of vehicles and Rangers and Razors and other people's vehicles on it. So I was a little bit skeptical when Grant said that he was going to put one in, if I'm being honest, but we used it a lot more than I thought we would, and I'm sure we will have plenty of winter projects on that thing. Let's see here. So Grant got that side of the shop cleaned up, but we are still kind of working on this side. This is our continuous workbench here. And I feel like this is probably a little more realistic look about.
I just come in at this point because I work on stuff outside the shop, like in fields and on stuff. And so I just bring my tools in and dump them out. And when I need to come pick them up, I just pick what I need off, which is mostly screwdrivers and vice grips. Pretty much all I work with these days.
So somebody actually sent like maybe 20 vice grips, which is maybe the most useful thing we've ever gotten in the mail. And a lot of those have been scattered about. Let's see here. And then we have this. This is a wooden bench that was in the shop when we started renting this place. And I think both of us thought we might replace it eventually, but it has proved to be very useful. Bunker branding. Can we expect a Demolition Ranch collab coming soon? Wouldn't that be fun? We'll see if we ever have time to get off the farm and head down there. But that would be pretty cool. What else do we have going on in the farm here? So that's just like general storage and like ongoing project type things. Because I am a YouTuber, you will see floating camera stands around for our phones.
My rope wall. I was pretty proud of this.
Yes, this is the Yankum rope wall here, which again, this is another thing that when we got all of these, I was not expecting to use them at all. And
or as much as we do.
Yeah.
The pickup ones we use all the time, but honestly, having the huge ones, like for big stuff, works pretty good.
We use them a lot more than I thought we would. Then we have our tractor in here. This is the 8335R, and it is looking shiny.
Ooh, fun fact, any local people, this will be at Husker Harvest Days.
You can catch the real Laura Farms tractor live and in person at Husker Harvest Days with its brand new duals from Titan Tire on it. That's not a sponsored placement. That's just, we'll be at the Titan booth and our tractor is going to be there.
This
So
very tractor will be there.
If you want to see it,
come touch right here.
You can come touch right where Grant just placed his hand at Husker Harvest Days. Let's see what else we have. Combine takes up a lot of room in here, so there's not like a ton of room for other places things.
Do you know what I'm gonna call you out here?
No, don't. I just saw it. I need to clean out Pepper's litter box. Is that what you're gonna call me out on?
Yeah. So I told Laura the cat can be in the shop as long as you put the litter box out and clean it out.
I need to do that.
And it is a mess. If you can see it back there.
No, you don't need to look. You don't need to look. Yeah, I'll get on that, Grant. After this live, I'll clean that up. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Snowmobiles are in this little. Wait, are the snowmobiles in the side shed or back there?
Put them up there again.
Okay.
That was too much of a pain.
Okay, in that case, the snowmobiles are back behind that hidden door there. But I think
I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
Yeah, my stomach is kind of growling right now.
Is it supper, dinner, or what is it?
Is the last meal of the day supper or dinner?
Vote. Everyone vote. Supper or dinner?
Like is it breakfast, lunch, dinner? Is it breakfast, dinner, supper? Is it breakfast, supper, dinner?
Okay, here they come.
Okay, here we go. The last meal of the day.
Supper,
the last
dinner.
meal of the day. Oh my word! What is it called?
dinner.
Okay, hold on. I'm seeing half and half right now.
Factor, yeah.
I'm seeing half and half.
Dessert.
Okay, I like that.
Supper. Oh my word! Look at all you guys. Go. I think if I'm not thinking about it.
What do you say?
I think I say supper.
Let's go in for supper.
Yeah, let's go in for supper. Or like, are you guys open for supper? And then they laugh at me if we're on some trip.
This is what I think.
What is it? What do they say?
I think it depends on what I'm doing. So I'm going to go in and make supper because it'll probably be something fast. But if I make like a nice meal, like a steak dinner,
okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Think of the beef radio ad. Beef. It's what's for dinner in Nebraska. So it's dinner. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's what's for supper.
I don't know.
Do a poll. Can you do a poll on here?
Can I?
Engage with your audience.
Oh, no way. I can't. Okay, hold on. What is the last? I could do this. That's why I need to do more lives. Dinner. Supper. Now. We'll find out the truth. Okay, this published a poll. Okay, here we go. The last meal of the day, what is it called? Once we get some answers, then I will.
Farmers do supper. I like that.
Yeah. I feel like farmers, at least maybe in the wintertime or maybe a little bit older times from this, we used to do like you'd have a little like coffee early and then you'd have breakfast at like 9:30 or 10, like with a cinnamon roll and then your second cup of coffee. And then you would have lunch and then you would have dinner. Or I guess if you have, maybe you have 4 meals a day and you have supper and dinner.
I know what that means.
Food. I am so hungry.
We call Cena.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Go out to dinner, home is supper. Yes. See, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, let's go out to a nice dinner at a restaurant.
I feel that.
And then you eat supper at home. I could definitely see that. I could see that.
Go out for dinner tonight?
Go out for dinner?
Yeah,
I don't know. Go out for supper?
I feel like if I'm eating supper, it better be like a casserole. Like, supper is like in a dish. Is it hot? Okay, here's another one. Hot dish or casserole?
Oh my goodness. Okay, we could have a lot of polls here.
Oh my, what is it? Supper? Is it 51%?
I don't know. Here we go. Let's see, how do I expand it? Yeah.
Oh wow. You guys
This
are
is
close.
tight. See, like I said, I think we're kind of tied here. I don't know.
Chow. Yeah.
Food. As long as there's food, I'm happy. I get
Food time.
I get hungry like 4 or 5 times a day. Like I eat breakfast, usually like a protein shake, or I eat a lot of cereal, like cold cereal, like dry cereal in a
Hot
milk
dish in
bowl.
Minnesota. Yeah, there you go.
Supper is soup.
Wow. Okay, it's a toss up.
Boy, I don't know. You guys are pretty divided here, pretty even.
So
we'll give it a couple more minutes here.
Hot dish.
Do you use an air fryer? That's really funny. So
we bought one from Menards. Like, they just had one like here.
Like
air
the
fryer,
cheapest air
$20.
fryer. Yeah, I think it was less than $20.
It smelled like burning plastic. So
A thing I think was a safety hazard. I used it for a couple months, but every time I used it, it smelled like the house was going to burn down or it was going to melt or something like that. And so I got rid of that.
we live in a very rural part of the county, and so whenever someone drives by, we always like, who is?
It's probably a neighbor.
Yeah, so it's always. All right.
So what are we going to have for supper or dinner? What are we going to have?
To ask them. Well, I don't know. They probably don't know what we have in our freezer. Okay, I'm hungry. You've been on here for 41 minutes?
Yeah, we've just been hanging out.
Oh.
I was thinking, so we did this last Tuesday.
Did you show them the kittens?
No.
Okay, I'll be right back. You asked, what are we going to have for supper? Give them the options.
Okay.
Maybe we get a kitten.
Okay, sounds good. We'll show you a kitten before we sign off. But I was thinking about making some kind of like chicken and noodle type thing. Because I have some chicken and I have some noodles. But I make this really good dish. It's meatballs, but you make it with breakfast sausage, which I know sounds weird. So you make it like a regular meatball, but then you fully cook them, like you pan sear them, and then you finish them in the oven to make sure they're cooked all the way through. Then you return them back to the pan that you seared them in, and you add whatever kind of like orange chicken or teriyaki or sesame seed, what kind of sauce you like. You can make it or you can just use a bottle, whatever. And then I do this like Asian slaw and then rice, and it is so good. And I have stuff to make that, but it kind of takes a long time. So I don't know. And then I also have some salmon, and I would probably do salmon, mashed potatoes, and then probably some kind of like sauteed vegetable. I have squash and zucchini. I'd probably throw some onions and tomatoes and peppers in there, just kind of like make a general sauteed vegetable side. And then also, let's see here. I have ground beef. So what could I do with ground beef? We had spaghetti and garlic bread last night. I have stuff to make chicken Caesar salad, which would be good. But I feel like that's more of a lunch thing. I want something a little bit heartier for dinner. I could do pork chops. If I did pork chops, I'd probably do macaroni and cheese. I don't know. We'll see. But no sandwiches. Sandwiches are for lunch. Oh, you guys should be getting excited. Wait. Where'd it get?
It's feeding time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you take a picture at least?
Yeah, Pepper was very,
very
insistent I did not take one.
Okay, sounds good.
There we go.
Can you see him?
Pepper's feeding him in a little box.
Oh, that's cute. I guess I have a video I could show. Let's see here. If you guys want a fun fact, in my phone, I have 47,000 pictures and videos, and that's just what's on my phone. That does not count everything that's backed up in other places, which is crazy. I don't know if you can see him. Isn't that so cute? This is from earlier today. They're so sweet. Okay, you guys have voted that it is supper.
It is supper,
but
51%.
By a mere 2%. That is not a big split at all.
Oh, there's Pepper.
Pepper, come here, baby.
She didn't want to miss out.
Yeah. Everyone say hi to Pepper. Good night. It's time for her to eat supper too. Oh, she's so cute. I ran them through the dinner options.
What are we having?
Well, they were impressed. I don't know if they didn't think I could cook or what.
Oh, Laura can cook.
I'm a good cook.
She just eats factor meals when we're busy.
Yeah.
We're not busy. See, we're spending out time with you.
We're not quite busy yet.
Well, yeah, we're not busy, but it's 8:21.
That's a very good point. So that's why, like, I will say when I do those ads, they're not very often, but when I do the ads for like Factor or HelloFresh, we really do use those because it does get to be like 8:30 at night, and then we won't eat until 9 p.m. And those really do help out. So we do really use those because I think I have a video with a Factor ad coming out pretty soon. I actually have a video I'll probably put out tomorrow morning, and it's a really good one. I think you guys are going to like it.
For those of you who don't like the ads, thank you for watching them.
Yeah, just know, like, I can't really say it in the videos, but I do appreciate you guys watching the ads because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but farming is expensive, and that helps cover the cost of Pepper's expensive cat food because apparently she does not like regular cat food. She likes the expensive stuff. So it does mean a lot that you guys put up with those. And like the ads, I only do ads for things that I actually do use, like Factor and Home Chef and Upside and things like that. And the two ads you see before each video, the UMC partnership and the Chief sponsorship, those are two companies that we really do love and use. So yeah, just know I appreciate it.
Oh, they're telling us to go eat supper. I saw a comment. I saw one comment. They're telling us to go eat supper.
I think Pepper's going to fall asleep in my arms. She's purring.
Okay.
She's so soft. Okay. All right. 46 minutes later, I think it is time to sign off. But if you guys really enjoy these, I'll probably do another one next week. So yeah. Oh, she wants to go follow Grant. So thank you for watching, and we're going to shut down the shop and go in and figure out what to eat for supper. So thank you for watching. I'll post a video tomorrow and probably another live next week. So see you guys later. Bye.